It's your boy, Double G. But if you probably don't even know, actually, everybody who's watching on YouTube, I'm actually changing my whole brand, my whole name. Instead of being Double G, my name is just Gabriel, bro. That's the name I was born with. That's the name that God gave my mom to give me. And that's the name I'm going to be sticking with for the rest of my life until I die and return back to the dust from which I came. But I really wanted to make this video and be like, yo, why me? Why me? Why that? Why the song? Why the name? Why the lyrics? And this is like, I don't know how long this video is going to be. I don't have a necessary plan. It might be 2 parts. It might be just be 1 part. Who knows how long or how fast I get through this. But honestly, the song Why Me, bro, is a very deep song to me. And some background on it is that I was going through a lot I was going through a lot in my mind. I was going through a lot within my faith. And this is like the very beginning of like my journey with God and Christ. This is like the very beginning of everything. And so there's a lot of questions that are running through my mind. There are a lot of thoughts and happenings, and I'm wondering, why is this happening? Why aren't my friends supporting me the way that I thought they would have, you know? Because I feel like that's something that a lot of people go through, especially as a creative, as an artist, as a musician, that something that you're trying to get to so big as an artist, as in like, and I mean that like big as in like not really like not grade A celebrity. I'm talking about just something so big is art, you know, to do that full time as a career. And you know, I was wondering, I'm like, why aren't my friends like coming to my shows? Why aren't my friends supporting me? What the hell is going on? And mind you, this is like, I am freaking out because there are so many thoughts in my head. There's so many questions. Are they jealous? Do they hate what I'm doing? Do they not like what I'm doing? Like, what is it like? Do they not like me anymore? Like, did I do something to them that they feel that they don't want to support me anymore? And you know, don't get me wrong. Sometimes there are cases where those questions happen to be true, and I don't ever really want to say this, and I would never ever. It may be true for me too, but I would never ever say that somebody, especially a friend of mine, is jealous, because especially if I truly don't know, like, and that's just such a arrogant thing to say. Like, why would you ever think that somebody is so jealous of you? There are so many times where jealousy and envy is the feeling of somebody, is the feeling that somebody feels. But you know, I don't think that really was the case for me. Honestly, what I found out is that the case is just, we're all adults, we all have complex lives, and the ones who love you, the ones who do matter, they will show up and they will show out for you. It's just there are the moments that you have to be in between where there is a lot of silence, and sometimes that silence is louder than the people who show up and shout for you, you know? So you have to learn how to rely on the voice of God, you know, or just rely on your faith, because sometimes his voice may not always be there, but you have to rely on your faith, because your faith has to be louder than the silence at the end of the day, period. Point blank, period, bruh. Like, your faith is where everything matters. Your faith is everything. That's what holds you. It's faith, bro. It's faith in God. Regardless if he's talking to you or not, you have to have that faith. You have to have that faith to keep you up, to keep you from not going crazy, you know? To keep the enemy out and down, you know? That's what I learned as an adult. That's what I learned as an artist, that, you know, your friends will show up for you when it matters most. Like the ones who love you, the ones who You know, sometimes some people aren't able to make it to things, but that's all right because we are adults. We have complex lives, and especially in my case, I'm 25. We're still trying to figure a bunch of shit out. In our age right now, as in like the age of time, like there's a lot of things that are going on that is like we're just trying to, yeah, man. But I'm saying, so why me was that was like really the basis. So then I just started writing because a lot of the times when I would ever go through. Whenever I would go through like depression, or anxiety, or I would go through a heartbreak, or I would just be hurt in general, I would always ask God, why me? Why me? Why me? And I was just like, you know what? It was a song for God. It was a song to him. Like I'm like really talking to him. And then it kind of returns into like, you know what? Nah. That version of me isn't anymore. So here I am now, positive. You can hear it in like the whole second half of the part. Like the moment I say like, giving all my faith to God so I don't sweat it. Life is a journey and I'm here for the ride. Oh wait. You know, it said, I always do this, but regardless, I'm saying in the second half I become more positive and I really like kind of double down on my faith, you know? Where I'm starting to lose hope, starting to like really kind of let the enemy kind of like seep into my mind, because back then, bro, my mind was the weakest of everything. It was like, this was where you got in and this is where you got to me. You couldn't get to me by saying that like, oh, you're an asshole, or like, it was me talking about myself. Like anybody could say anything. That's a fact. They could tell me anything. They could say whatever they want about me. All right, whatever. I'm like, I really don't care. But the moment I got home, I wouldn't even think about what they said. I would just start making up my own shit in my head. So the devil knew that nobody from the outside was able to get in unless it was me from the inside. So he started, you know, he mimics. And he got to me. And now he tried to get to me. But put all my faith and all my worries and all my anxieties into God, bro. It says it in the Bible, bro. Put all of that onto him. You know, all those thoughts, hold them captive and bring it to the Lord. I don't know if I'm saying it in total, like I'm getting better at rephrasing scripture. You know, not rephrasing. I'm getting better at reciting scripture. But all in all, Why Me is a song to God, and it is the questioning and then kind of the answer that he gave me, that he allowed me to reassure, you know? So that's like kind of like the background and like the meaning behind Why Me. I will break down. I know I got a sound check Thursday coming tomorrow. It is currently Wednesday, and you know, I will be breaking down some more lyrics. I'll have a whole video dedicated to like just the lyric breakdown, or like some of my favorite lyrics to break down. And yeah, that'll just be a whole nother video. But as of right now, this is the backstory to Why Me. You know, this is the Gospel of Gabriel, episode 2. You know, episode 2. This is Why Me story. Whatever, bruh. Hey, listen, I appreciate you for your time, for your patience, for your energy, for your support, for your likes, for your comments, for your subscription. And I guess, like, you know, ring the doorbell, whatever it is, notification thing, whatever, it don't matter. But, you know, I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you stick around for more songs and for more breakdowns and for more of me, honestly, bruh, for more of me. And I appreciate you, love you, and God bless you too, bruh.